Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another Minecraft video. It is episode 142 and today it is Valentine's Day for me, which is fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to be going out with Vicky later on and hopefully today's episode of Hermitcraft should be a fairly chilled one where we can sit back, relax and build some awesome Minecraft builds because I've got some really awesome plans for today's episode of Hermitcraft. But before we begin, I just want to say that this weekend I released like a mini short film type thing on the vlogging channel. If you're into that sort of thing, I would highly suggest checking it out because I'm pretty proud of it. I'm really proud of it. And I know I say that quite often, but I love making these videos and I love it when you guys watch them as well. But anyway, let's pop out the top right here, probably take out a handful of zombies because this place is always incredibly lethal. And we're going to be heading off in this direction over here because, well, we've got some work to do over in the new base area. As you guys know, we have been pranked quite heavily by Mr. Iskall over the past couple of days. And he has been building various things in my base with Iskallium. I've been told that this stuff is Iskallium and not slime. I was not aware of this. But yes, this is Iskallium that is placed all over the place. And I have to say, his Iskallian orb up at the top here actually looks awesome. It looks seriously cool. So in today's episode, we are going to try our best to kind of renovate it a little bit. We're going to take it down and we're going to replace it with something that I believe is going to look 10 times better. And I think it really is going to improve the new base area right here. So I'm going to gather up some stone. I'm going to gather up some grass, and I'm also going to gather a tree. And we're going to see what we can create in today's episode. What has happened? Okay, oh my, I got really scared then. I thought we'd been pranked again. If anything, this is stranger. We are playing in the new snapshot, so there is a chance that things are going to be just a little bit strange and funky in today's episode. I think we could solve this with a relog. I hope. Okay, it looks like we can't. Right, well, looks like we're just not going to have chests for today's episode. We need stone. Yeah, we'll grab that out of thin air. Just straight out of that. And some grass. Good stuff. Yep. It's really annoying that he has built this out of slime because everything is bouncy and everything is trying to throw me off the edge. But we're in the process of clearing it out. I'm going to knock down the first half, so the top section, and then we're going to use this as scaffolding for the build that we're going to be doing. And I'm sure you've all guessed, I want to create a floating island in the center right here. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So I would say I've cleared out just about enough slime blocks now, and we have knocked out probably about half of our gigantic slime ball, and that means that we now actually have to start work on the design of this thing, and it's kind of just dawned on me that I now have to build a cool looking floating island. I don't know where to even begin. I really don't. I mean, we have quite a good shape to work with thanks to Iskall's build right here, but I don't want it to be like a perfect circle. I want it to look natural. This is really going to be difficult. I thought the Dire Reaper was going to be hard, but I think this one could be the biggest challenge yet. Let's do a really quick progress update. So I have put in all of the grass that I had, and hey, it's not bad. From this angle, it's definitely not bad. It's a good start. Except I have now decided that I don't actually like where I decided to place the island. I feel like it was a little bit low down. We should have started the island on the top of the slime ball as opposed to halfway through. Simply because, I don't know, the proportions of that sort of worked. It was almost as if it was the same distance from here as it was up to the top. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Anyway, I am now rebuilding the island up at the top here and we're going to dismantle all of this. Okay, let's take a look at this thing from the outside, and I have a bit of a feeling. I mean, my second account is logged in. Does that look a little bit too high? Have we gone the opposite way? I'm going to say that maybe it would have been better off if we had been one block lower, but I refuse to destroy the entire thing and build it all once again. I actually think that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks like the correct height. I think I've done a pretty decent job there. So let's take out all of the blocks and then down underneath. Oh my word, this is higher. Oh my god. Oh, I was so 100% certain that I was just going to kill myself on that pillar there. But yeah, we're going to take out all of this down at the bottom, and we're going to replace all of that with stone. And now, once again, it has dawned on me that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. The first layer of stone went in, and I kind of just exactly matched up the stone to the outer edge, and it looked really, really strange. So I think I'm going to have to toy with adding in some dirt here and there, perhaps messing around with where our stone actually goes. Making things look natural is not my thing in Minecraft. I really should have brought Iskall along for this one. At this point in time, it looks like one of my islands has sort of crashed into the other island. It's like a meteor that's just completely destroyed this thing. Oh, well, progress is good. Things are coming together nicely. Everything's looking good. Let's finish off the bottom of this. These right here should be the final blocks that are going to make up the bottom section of the island. Now, that actually didn't take as long as I was expecting. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty bad at this sort of thing, and I do feel like that sort of comes in a little bit too fast, potentially. So we might have to make a few adjustments, but let's quickly clear out some space so that we can actually see through into this thing, jump off the edge, try our best to activate all the fireworks, and do a little spin. It just looks like a cone. It literally just looks like an ice cream cone. I think we need to add some more like dangly bits so that it's not quite as perfect as it was just then. This should hopefully be the final progress update on the structure of the island itself. I have removed all of the slime, I have added in some messy bits, and now it actually looks like a flying island. I've done a good job. Seriously, I've done a good job. Fantastic, excellent, that is brilliant. Now we have to get the grass on the top and we can start work on the structures that we're going to be building up there. Oh yeah, lighting. Lighting definitely needs to be done. I do not want to turn this little island right here into a mini mob spawner. That would be bad. Every time I go through there, I duck in real life. What a stupid thing to do. Light levels are looking pretty good throughout the entire island. There are some areas that drop down to light level 7, but the good news is that I've replaced those with leaf blocks so that no mobs can actually spawn on them. And I think we should now have a completely safe island. And also the glowstone is lighting up the center, so this area right here is also pretty well lit, which means that hopefully no mobs should spawn on the inside too. Brilliant, that is looking good. Our grass has pretty much spread throughout the entire island now, so things are looking a lot better. So let's cover this thing in bone meal and also try and work out where our trees are going to be going. Now, I would say I should have one tree in this area right here. I'm going to go for 2 trees. I'd say 1 tree in this area right here. Oh, for goodness sake! Are you joking me? What? We got a tree that's bigger than the island. That actually looks really cool. That looks really cool. That's staying. Thank you. Give you a hug. There are some grass blocks down at the bottom here, and I've been trying my best to get them for like the past 10 minutes. Yes! That was good. That was good. That was good. We got it. We got it. All right. We got one more to go. Let's see if we can get this live on camera. No! I've almost killed myself so many times. So we have it, ladies and gents. This thing is looking absolutely fantastic, and I am chuffed to bits with it. But unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today, because I'm going to be coming back tomorrow. Yes, it is Valentine's Day. It is currently 7:30. I should probably be getting ready to go out, so I'm going to leave you guys with a bit of an AFK session. Once again, we're going to try our best to get a whole ton of mending books, and then when we return, we'll continue work on our island. And we are back on the server. Now, as you may be able to notice, I have got exactly 100 levels, which is something that I am going to try my best to keep. I am going to try extremely hard from this point forth not to die. Now, you guys have heard me say it, alright? So, from this point forth, we're going to see how many episodes we can go without dying. I imagine it's probably going to be somewhere in the region of 0 episodes with how I've been flying today. I've been pretty close to death already quite a few times in today's episode. But anyway, aside from that, we should probably check out if we have the enchanted books in here. And by the look of things, we really are beginning to fill up our storage system again. I mean, look how many books we have. Now, I'm trying my best to look for any form of mending books, and we have got a mending book right there. Awesome. At some point in the near future, we're going to have to pop over to the shop, and we're going to do a full restock, and also send off a lot of these books to Mr. Iskal, because, well, we have got so much stock. I mean, look at that. That's a book with 5 enchantments on it. All for completely different tools. In fact, every single one is for a different tool, but that's besides the point. Next up for today's episode, we're going to be making a little bit of the new stuff. So I can't actually remember how the crafting recipe goes. I think it's something a little bit like that, and then we have the gravel in these areas, and then yes. Okay, that's brilliant. So we are going to need, I would say I should probably gather maybe a little bit of that, and then the red. I haven't done the best job at equalizing things there. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of this thing. Right, so I would say that's around about level, and that is going to be more than enough for the next build that we are going to be doing. But we have to convert all of this red concrete powder and this white concrete powder into actual concrete. And the way that we're going to do that is we are going to need ourselves a concrete processing machine. So let's gather up the redstone resources and start work on that one. Can anyone remember where I put my redstone shulker box? Oh, not this again. So, I have just finished designing a little system that you can see right the way down at the bottom there. Now, it's absolutely tiny at this point in time, but I feel like it is going to be functional. We just need to place the water in. That should flow down like that. And if we place in the concrete powder, I wonder why these pistons aren't extending. Maybe 2 ticks? Hey, there we go! That works, and then once it reaches the double height... Yeah! We've got ourselves a fully functional system straight away, and it's not breaking! Well, I've got a bunch of concrete processing to do. Obviously, we need to convert all of this concrete into actual concrete. The concrete powder needs to be turned into actual concrete. So I'm going to go through this stack, and then also this stack, and this little bit right here. And then we should have all of the building blocks ready for today's build. Well, I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm very proud of this little system right here. The original one that I did in the snapshot video was quite a lot bigger than this. But this just functions perfectly, and it's fast, and it has managed to get us all of our concrete, our red and white concrete. So, what we're going to be building now is we're going to be building a lighthouse. Now, you might be sat there thinking, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but the thing is that the floating island that we've created, it looks really cool, and it reminds me of the music video of one of my favourite songs in general, but specifically from my childhood, which is Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz. The video has got like a floating island with a lighthouse on the side, and I thought I would pay homage to that by building a mini lighthouse just up at the top there. Now, I highly doubt we're going to need all of this concrete, but I thought it would be good to be prepared. This might be one of those occasions that it feels like a great idea at the time, and then you build it. And I just think that the colours are a little bit too bright. You know what? That's sort of workable. That is actually workable. I think we can do something with this. That looks well cool. Oh my word, we've actually done it. As in, this is a really, really good start. I feel like we could sort of rough things up a little bit. Maybe add in like a ruined section dropping off the edge. Maybe like a pier that was originally popping out so you could do fishing, but now it's sort of eroded away. We can work with this. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to get back to building. I'm really excited now. Alright, so I've added some extra detail around the bottom, and that looks 10 times better. Right, things are beginning to improve here. This is, yeah, it's looking really cool. I think I should add in an actual windmill out the front, though. Like some actual windmill arms. That could definitely help our situation, and maybe add in some mismatched blocks like red hardened clay in with the other blocks, just to make it look a little bit less plasticky, because right now it kind of looks too perfect. But this is going well. This is really, really looking cool. Now I have to say, I am having some serious trouble with the windmill section. I mean, this is impossible. So I'm thinking, yeah, I've got that gap there, and then this goes just straight out like this. And then we do the same thing on the other side. I mean, I feel like I'm making a bit of a mess of this one. Yeah, and then that will go like that. I think we need to knock off these. It's so difficult. No, but that looks horrendous. Right, I don't want to ruin anything by trying my best to put in the front section. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to actually make it so that it's diagonal. And yeah, no, I imagined that would happen. I now have no fireworks, and I can't quite get into the drone. That being said, though, despite all of the strange action going on in this direction, this is looking about 10 times better. I mean, we have got a little bit of white wool in the white concrete right there. We've got a little bit of red hardened clay in the red concrete, and it just breaks up all of the colours and makes the build look a lot more real. It just looks much better. So I'm going to try my best to fix up the front section, and once this is done, we'll actually have ourselves an awesome looking creation. I just logged in with the second account. I don't think that's what I'm looking for personally. I think I'm going to pull all of that down. That definitely needs to go. Maybe we should just have the windmill. Wait. I mean, we could just turn this into a lighthouse. I'm fairly certain when I first started building this, I thought of it as a lighthouse. And then I watched the music video just now to get some inspiration, and it's now become a windmill. I can't remember, I'm going to watch back the clip. Yep, when I first started building this thing, I was referring to it as a lighthouse, and then I watched the music video, and then suddenly it became a windmill. And I completely forgot to tell you guys, you were probably sat there extremely confused as to what I was up to. But anyway, we are now going to be converting this thing back into a lighthouse, because windmills are just incredibly difficult. And I thought it would be cool to add in an extra piece of detail going around the outside that could potentially look quite cool. So we've ditched the whole windmill thing, and now this is going to be full-blown lighthouse. And I thought I'd add the balcony around the top, and let's just quickly fly off the edge and once again take a look at this thing from the outside. I know that is what most of this episode is consisted of. That looks amazing. That looks so cool. I'm chuffed to bits. I could not be happier with that. That looks fantastic. That is as good as done for me. I think our island has been completed. I was going to add in some vines and maybe some leaves down at the bottom. That is perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we have created a really cool looking build right there. I am absolutely chuffed to bits with that one. It couldn't be better. Absolutely couldn't be better. So we go. That is the island project completed. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to get all of that done in today's Hermitcraft episode. But you guessed it, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this slightly more chilled out episode on the Hermitcraft server. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.